Right now, over a week ago, 16 people were murdered in a tavern in Nomzamo Park in Soweto. Police say they have video footage of that shooting. But to date, there have been no arrests. Heidi Giokos joins us now from White City, where 2 people were killed last night. Good morning, Heidi. Can you just give us the latest insofar as the shooting or killing of those 2?
Yes, Mfundo, I think it's quite disturbing what's going on here. We've been told that 2 people were tragically killed last night here in White City, and I think this speaks to the overall dire situation here in Soweto. About 2 weeks ago, 16 people were shot dead in a tavern. The Amaberete were deployed, full police operations deployed, but this is still continuing. I think to just get more perspective, we are joined by the owners of the butchery, Pauletta and Israel. Thank you both so much for your time. I know it's very difficult to speak, but perhaps just tell us what you know about what happened yesterday. What actually happened?
Actually, I was not around at the time of the incident, but my son had already closed the shop and they were standing outside with a security guard. Then gunmen came and just shot randomly and killed the gunman and took the security and took his gun. And my son was here.
Okay. Perhaps you can also just tell us I mean, your mom's saying that you were here, so yes. you saw everything.
Yes. Thank you for the opportunity. Yes. What really transpired here, there was a power outage in our area, but as soon as the power came back, we closed down the shop and they locked everything up. And whilst we were walking towards the car, and the security guy, I think it was a routine patrol, as they usually do when the power goes off. They usually come and check if everything is in order. So I think that's what brought him here, but that's what they usually do. They come and check us on us in everything. That's when they just shot, and I was standing right close to him when the shots went off.
Okay, so let me get this straight. It wasn't your security guards. It was security guards patrolling the area, and people drove past and shot at them and then disarmed them.
It was the ADT. They are under. We have a contract with them. Okay. Yes, they are our security. Because as the power goes off, that's when they usually come and check on us up. They were not just passing by. They were checking on us, as they usually do. Yes.
Okay, and from your understanding, they were disarmed. They were shot and then their guns were taken.
Yes, that's what they took. Only gun, only not the his cell phone. 2 cell phones were still intact. His torch and his battery, everything. And they didn't even come even to me, maybe ask for money or anything. They just took his firearm. Yes.
This must be particularly concerning for you, Ma, given what's been happening in Soweto. 16 people were killed 2 weeks ago. Yes. So I know you're quite emotional, but maybe just tell us how you're feeling and how stressful this is for you.
Very sad. I'm very much disappointed. How can our people do this to other human beings? Because we're all human beings. No one has a right to take somebody's life just for a gun. I'm so disappointed. We're just praying because we trust in Jesus. We trust in the power of the Almighty that He will eventually bring peace in our country. And we are also feeling sad that much is said that police are not helping. No, they are trying their best. They are also human beings. I think they are overwhelmed. What's happening, it's too much even for them as well. Just needs God, prayers, and the security of our justice system to help us to intervene.
And Israel, maybe I can just ask you, you know, the Amaberete were deployed here in Soweto and mostly Nomzamo to patrol and sort out what's been going on, or try and get to the bottom of what's going on. But this continues, and people are still losing their lives. Guns are still being stolen. You, as a business owner, and I presume you stay in Soweto, how do you feel about this?
No, it's very, very disappointing. And the funny thing is, I haven't seen even one Amaberete, you know. I haven't seen even one of them since they were deployed. So I think sometimes it's all talk and no show. Yeah, but the police responded quickly from the Morocco. Yes, but the Berete, those guys which are serious, which handle serious crime, I haven't seen them. So I'm very heartbroken and sad in what's happening in our community, because I think our country is going down the drain bit by bit. These people are ganging up. They are taking up arms. You know, I think there's a bigger picture in this. If the intelligence does not see this coming, I don't know who else can see it. But we know that something as big is coming up. But I know God will prevail in the end. Yeah, yes.
And just lastly, I mean, I don't know who would like to answer this. You have a business here. This is obviously your bread and butter. But this is happening right on your doorstep.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
Very saddened. But what makes us more painful in our hearts is to see the loss of people. If I can say, the gentleman, this guard who was here, he has a family, he has children, he has a wife. Then what about them now? Who's going to take care of them? It's so heartbreaking. We cannot cry for money, but we're crying for people's lives. God must intervene in our country. That's what we're praying for.
Yes, yes. Now, in closure, I would like to ask all South Africans to do something. Maybe join the CPF, get back to the community, you know, walk in groups at night, do something. I don't know what can we do, but something needs to be done. We can't just sit back and tell stories of these horrific tragedies. We need to gather up as a country. It's not only my problem, it can also happen to anyone else, you know, any community. So that's what I'm pledging to South Africans. Please rise up. Yes, this is our time. It's now or never. Yes.
Thank you so much. We thank you for speaking to us. I know it wasn't easy. Thank you. Thank you, Ma. Sure. Thank you so much. That was Pauletta and Israel Lamola just speaking to us about what happened here in Mfundo. I can't explain what's going on. I don't understand what's going on. We have reached out to the police to try and get a clearer understanding. But the fact that they are saying that these two security guards were shot dead and disarmed, their guns have been stolen from them, it just shows that their goal was, one, to get those firearms. And that's a concerning picture given what we saw happening in Nomzamo, where ammunition that should not be in the hands of just anybody was used in that tragic shooting. So definitely a huge problem here in Soweto, but we will be trying to get a response from authorities as to what exactly is going on.
All right, Heidi, thank you very much for that update. A very interesting point there that the gentleman makes, that perhaps crime intelligence needs to look deeper into this problem, because it seems criminals are arming themselves. They're arming themselves to come after us ordinary citizens. Something honestly needs to be done. That's Heidi Giokos reporting for us in Soweto.